Let not the wicked among the people say to my father that he has not kept his word. I swear to stake my life on this. Neither he nor you need feel any shame or regret for this. I will not make any difference between Bharat and me. Say one word, I am ready to sacrifice everything. It is enough if our father's debt is reduced, he said. Rama quickly returned to his mother to tell her this news. What a few hours ago had brought her joy and been the fulfillment of long-held hopes and expectations, what had seemed like a boon and the full brilliance of the moon, had become a disaster. Sorrow struck. She was able to console herself when Rama told her that the responsibility of making her father debt-free was entirely hers. He had also decided to leave here. Sita was also informed of the matter. Disappointment was just as natural there. She easily adjusted her mind to the situation and what was to happen next. There was no sign of malice or disappointment in her. Lakshmana was furious. The reason for his anger was the injustice done to him by his cruel father and his foolish stepmother. But he soon calmed down. It was not possible to appease him or Sita in following Rama to the forest. Preparations were made for the forest retreat. The turn of events cast a shadow over everyone. Everyone was helpless. There was no use objecting to the king or the queen. Rama had decided to go to the forest to fulfill his father's word. He could not be dispelled. Dasharatha's grief knew no bounds. He was speechless. He was rolling on the ground in tears. He could not call his son back. He sent word to all his daughters in the palace and begged them to be with him when he bid farewell to his son. 2 sons. The daughter-in-law left the town. The city seemed to be in a state of shock. It was drowned in grief. The city, which a few hours before had been singing, dancing and holding joyful ceremonies, was filled with the sound of thunder. When the chariot that carried them had moved forward and they were out of sight, Dasharatha came to Kausalya's palace. He swore that he would never look at Kaikeyi again. He said that if Bharata agreed to the new arrangement of becoming king, he would have no obligation towards him. When Rama has to cross the borders of Ayodhya, he has to cross the Ganges. Rama gets the help of Gua, an old friend and a vassal of the kings of Ayodhya, to cross the Ganges. He sends back Sumantra, who had been driving the chariot till then. This helps to make sure that Kaikeyi knows that Rama has actually gone to the forest. He crosses Bharadwaja's ashram on the way. As per the sage's advice, he camps in Chitrakoot, near present-day Jabalpur. He adjusts his mind to the new situation. For an active person like Rama, anything that comes to mind immediately becomes a thought, thought immediately becomes an action. Although his mind was depressed for a short time, it did not manifest itself in action. It was not seen in action. His health was extraordinary. No other thought arose in his mind about this turn in his fortunes. It would have seemed that he was not a human being. It seemed that the father and stepmother could have acted more mercifully. If Bharata had been made king, he would not have had to be banished to the forest. This feeling came to him for a very short time. He quickly suppressed it, and did not even allow Lakshmana to talk about it or do anything else about it. A few days later, Sumantra, who had gone as a charioteer, returned. And news came that the children had crossed the Ganges and gone into the forest. The king died. In a hurry, they sent messengers to the distant palace of Kekaya. The news spread that Bharata had been brought to Ayodhya without being informed of the events there. The night before they arrived there, Bharata felt something disturbing in his mind. He immediately set off and reached Ayodhya. His mind was depressed all along the way. He could not bear to see his native city. When he went to his mother's inner palace, the king was not there. She told him the details of what she had done to benefit Bharata. Rama, Lakshmana and Sita have gone to the forest. He is furious to hear the news that your father is no more. He curses his mother. He says that he will not agree to ascend the throne while Rama is alive. He objects that you have disturbed the peace of the house and brought dishonor to yourself, and that you have caused irreparable harm. The price to be paid for the mother's wish was heavy. Bharata went to see Kosala. He begged her forgiveness for what had happened. He declared that he had no part in these events and that his devotion would be forever devoted to Rama. The following events took place in a row. When the priests and ministers asked him to ascend the throne, he did not agree. Instead, he persuaded them to go to Rama's camp and accompany him to his kingdom. The three queens, the mothers of the princes, also left at once. Bharata was deeply saddened that his beloved brother had to wander in the forest because of his maternal affection, who had wronged him. He saw the cave and passed by Bharadwaja's ashram. Bharadwaja showed him the way, saying that if he went to Chitrakoot, he could find Rama residing there. The scene when the brothers saw each other was very tender. It was full of compassion. But, no matter how much they tried to convince him, Rama did not agree to return. He said that he would not return until the period and time that he had given was fulfilled. He said that the restrictions he had taken were not imposed on him by anyone else, but on behalf of his father. Now everyone knew, it was impossible for Rama to come to Ayodhya for the time being. Bharata asked Rama and received his shoes as a donation. Thinking that those shoes were a representation of his brother, he would be able to cry in Ayodhya. He said that he would offer him the royal work until Rama returned. Another restriction, he said that if Rama did not return at the end of the 14th year, he would enter the fire. This agreement not only established Bharata's worthiness but also brought him recognition. Bharata's true sentiments were sattvic, which left no room for any wrong thoughts in anyone's mind. Bharata returns, not to Ayodhya. He establishes his headquarters in nearby Nandagram and stays there for 14 years. From today's perspective, this is a strange decision. How will Rama agree to this? Who will be the king of Ayodhya then?